Happy Saturday! We are off to New Hampshire. We are currently in Vermont.
First trip, overnight trip since Corona.
Yeah, which was weird. It was strange. I haven't even been in a public bathroom. We just actually stopped at the Welcome to Vermont Center, which is very nice. They even have a sundial. The whole building looks like a big barn. It's very snazzy.
It is. But the reason we're not just taking a random trip up to Vermont or New Hampshire, because my parents are up, so we're meeting them up there, and it's our first time. I like my German.
Turn that down. Gonna get taken down for monetization.
But my parents are up, and it's the first time leaving the dogs. Well, we left Jaeger before, but not Riker.
And Sean's parents' dog is here at the house too. So we have 3 dogs all together. Their dog and our dogs don't get along. We tried. It doesn't work out, none at all. But we did barricade the door though, just in case. Sean put the ladder up on the inside. Riker's actually terrified of it because Sean, a one time, almost dropped the ladder on Riker.
Riker got himself tangled in the ladder, and it tumbled in his direction, and now he's terrified of it.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So it's the equivalent of I don't know, putting some sort of Freddy Krueger poster over your child's bed at night.
It says booga booga booga, when the kid's about to fall asleep. And then we put the other dog's cage in front of the door. This way he couldn't scratch up on it because also I walked out one morning. But yeah, he ate chunks out of the door. All right, part one. We are here at Mount Washington, currently at the elevation of 2,700 feet. Next, we're going up this baby, but we will be going up on one of these little guys. Thanks to Sean's parents. On the train. There's cops. Earthworm, command earthworm. It's the Corona train.
Look, it's the shape of a casket.
A big one.
Our climbing. I do have to ask you all to stay seated while we're making our way through switches. And as well as out in the back of the coach, there's a sprag rig. It is engaged for standing straight up at the base. This will be standing straight up on Cold Spring.
No place like home. There's no place like home.
Now they're also the tribe that originally named Mount Washington. Of course not originally Mount Washington. Also skiing until August at Wildcat. There was so much snow. That way, if you guys had to land your helicopter in the Army at 200 miles an hour, I guess this is a great place to be over there.
Video. We made it to the top. Summit, I don't know.
Someone's garbage water, not mine.
He picked it up. He's not an eco-terrorist.
I'm not an eco-terrorist.
But, it's absolutely beautiful up here. As you can see, we are above some of the clouds itself. And
we're all the way down there.
It's very chilly. It is. I'm glad that I wore Sean's winter jacket. And we're being conscious that we're not like those tourists who just, fall off the side of a mountain because they're trying to take a selfie. And of course, we had to have a mini photo shoot. Because honestly, when in Rome, these views were amazing. Also, we weren't in Rome, but aside from the point. So these little guys right here, Sean's dad told me the hikers use so this way they don't get lost. Because when the storms come out and the clouds roll in and it gets super foggy, they use these little guys to keep track to get an idea of where they are at. So cold up here, there's actually snow. Them blue mountains. Slowly but surely. Winter may be on its way, but what are we about to do?
We're making a fountain.
Oh yeah.
So right by our deck, we had this massive rock and we thought, okay, it would be beautiful and perfect if we ended up making a fountain that was going down into a little pond. FYI, Sean took this video here and he accidentally didn't realize it's in slow motion. So that's why everything looks a lot more dramatic and the sounds are a lot more dramatic. But honestly, I like it. So we're going with it. So once our hole was deep enough for the bottom of the pond, we went in with a black liner that we ended up getting from Amazon. And underneath that liner, we did put some sand as well as an old
Billy, why
blanket
we
that we
decided
had
to
just
build a
because we wanted to
fountain
make sure
in
that
the
the ground
middle
was
of
going to be nice and smooth
winter,
and that there wasn't going to be any
fall.
rough edges that would puncture the liner since there was a lot of roots and
In
a
the
lot of
rain,
slate
again.
in the
Billy,
soil
it's
in
like-
this area. So now basically I am just going and stacking all these pieces of slate
like any
that we
project
actually
do,
all
it ends
use
up
from our own
raining.
yard.
Yeah.
But at least we can test, I guess, the...
Yeah. And we're doing the job. It's adding water to it, so we're getting somewhere.
Yes, this is rain. But Billy has done so amazing. Look.
It's coming together.
It
is.
We hope the pump's not too powerful and it creates like a...
Shoots all the rocks down. Rock Jenga.
We were so inspired when we went to the mountain. We just had to make a mountain in our backyard.
Our own mountain flood.
Doing a great job, dear.
Thanks.
Such a good man.
Big, strong man. Keep going.
Time to fill her up.
Now, we're curious to see how this is actually going to go. We have not tested this out yet, but we have a good feeling. Sean did the research. We have a special pump, a special technique. This should be good. Our deepest part of the pool is going to be right here, and Sean did a fabulous job excavating the area. He was out here one night just really getting to it because we have a lot of stone and slate, hence all of this came from the yard. Oh, show the camera what you uncovered, the hidden treasure of the slate.
Oh, this whole wall where all the ivy is, apparently was a slate wall.
Underneath.
I
So,
lived here for 5-6 years and I know...
and it's beautiful. As you can see, it must have taken somebody ages because it's all flat. It's perfectly nice. And then this big rock right here, this is one that I dug out that was completely covered with ivy. I did it a while ago, and then we talked about the thought of adding a fountain or a pond. We're like, oh, that would be nice.
And yeah, while you're socially distant, why not?
Keep doing these projects. We did the deck, boom. If you saw the video, great. If you didn't, go watch the video.
We did the tree.
We did the trees, that's right. The trees over there. Now we're doing the pond, all right? And then in theory, we were thinking eventually maybe adding another pond up there, a bigger one, connecting it, and then having it all trickle down. We're gonna have the lights going up, and we sealed the rocks too. So this way, they always look nice, shiny, and glistening. Moment of truth. Okay, we're going to test it to see. All right. All right, we're plugged in. So we're gonna keep this running so this way it has. Oh my god.
That is some water pressure.
This is perfect. Sean, look at this. Is this professional or what? Look at that stream and the trickle. We're going to go in and we're going to add more slate too to cover up more of the black here and cover up this main area. But we wanted to just test it and see now that the anticipation has been killing us.
It actually works.
It does.
Oh
my
God.
goodness. This is awesome. And so we are going to camouflage all of this. Oh, but it's so relaxing already. Look at that. That looks so nice up on top and how it's coming through.
Now, I did end up going in and redoing a few of the rocks on the bottom just because I wanted the water to really cascade all the way down from the top all the way into the bottom pond below. I didn't want the rocks to be all dry and crusty, so I am so glad that I did it because I absolutely love the way it looks now. And Sean did end up getting these beautiful lights to go on the inside of the pond itself, so this way at night they're illuminated. We also have a few of the rock lights that are all solar, so this way they just are pointing up. The lights in the pond are solar as well. And right now the water looks a little crusty. This was just because this was day one, so the water was still a little murky and it didn't settle yet. And here in the daylight, you could see my very sophisticated chicken wire net. I put this up in the meantime just so this way I keep some of the leaves out from falling in the pond. And it actually is going to get under 30 degrees. So I am taking the pond pump out just so this way it doesn't freeze in it.
The pond is frozen.
But luckily now the weather is warmer, so we were able to put back in the pump and we are enjoying the pond fountain once again. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next adventure, we will see you. But don't forget to check out Sean's channel as well. His is linked below. All right, bye guys.